What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Top of the morning to you. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, last night in impressive fashion, uh, we were able to defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, this is one down, and I would say about 12 to go, okay, in terms of the top teams in the NBA altogether. We defeated them 125 to 119, okay, and it was led by uh, Tyrese Maxey, who had 33 points uh, to go along with 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Also, James Harden had 25 points. He dished out 11 dimes. Excellent game by James Harden. And Joel Embiid had 22 and 9, and Tobias Harris had 15 and 4. Shake Milton playing a lot better. He had 11 points. I've been very impressed by the way that Shake Milton has been playing. I think he's been a little motivated. And Zhang had 17 and 2 rebounds. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were led by Darius Garland, who had 26. They had multiple guys in that scored over 20 points, which was very impressive. Jared and Allen and Osman both had 20 apiece. Kevin Love had a double-double with 11 and 10, 11 points and 10 rebounds, and Okoro had 22 points with 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Now, what was more important about Darius Garland is he had 19 assists. And I'm going to talk about Darius Garland in a separate video because I don't think he's getting his just due. But let me stay with Maxey for a second, okay? Now, since the James Harden trade, I know that the media is making a mockery of it, and they're making it seem as if Tyrese Maxey hadn't been putting in work before James Harden came. People got to understand that before James Harden had even got there, Tyrese Maxey had held it down when there were players hurt, when Joel Embiid was out, and we were going through what we were going through, you know. And he had always had been, I would say, the young leader for the team. But, you know, the media is, you know, they're going to talk about, oh, well, James Harden, this, they're 4-0 and all this other stuff. Look, you can't just look. James Harden, he's playing sensational. I give him credit and everything, but let's not act like we weren't winning before James Harden. Now we got to get it done against the top level teams, as I said before, like Chicago. They pointed out last night that they are 0-13 against the elite teams in the NBA, so that definitely makes a difference. Thing about it is that Maxey, since the Harden trade, he's been averaging 26.8 points on 65% shooting, 70% from the three, 70% from the three, and 86 from the line. 70% from the three. Now, I don't know about you. That's damn near 50, 40, 90. That's well above, 50 and 40 when you take into account regular field goals and when you take account 3-pointers. You know, not too shabby with the free throws, but nevertheless, he's still playing sensational. And not only that, a lot of people just think that his first intent is to score, and it's not. For instance, he had no turnovers the previous game. You know. And I'm going to defend Harden just a little bit. I'm not going to say defend, but just give him a slight pass. Now, I know I was talking about James Harden and the three turnovers that he had the previous game. Well, when you're assisting a lot and your first intent is the pass and everything, you can get turnovers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So those turnovers that he had, they might have just been, they were just like, miscommunication or misreads or something like that, but not silly turnovers or just throwing the ball away out of carelessness, if that makes any sense. And nevertheless, he still had three turnovers, but I'll give him just a slight pass, being that he's been facilitating. Like when you look at him now, I mean, he looks happy, and I'm not saying he's an MVP candidate or none of that other stuff like in Brooklyn or any of that. Not saying that. But what I am going to say is that we definitely have a chance to compete if we keep playing the way that we play. But it all depends on health. It all depends on how we close. It all depends on Doc Rivers. And it all depends on other guys doing their part as well. Other guys got to step up on our roster. I'm going to need Danny Green to just do a little bit better. Danny Green is on his way out. He's on his way out. And I keep saying it time and time again. I don't know why they wanted to get rid of Tobias Harris in comparison to Danny Green, because Danny Green has not really been that big of a contributing factor in comparison to the other guys. So that's an issue that I think, the Sixers front office is going to have to take a look at. Also, the big man issue. We'll have to see how DeAndre Jordan fits in. But for right now, we're just going to have to play small ball to a degree on that second unit. Because DeAndre Jordan, he just can't move anymore. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Harden has been running too. He's been running with him. I got to give Harden his credit. He's been running with him. I didn't think that because the thing about Doc, he wants to run now, and he's starting to figure out, okay, unlike Tibbs or unlike some of the other coaches that just want to be stagnated and just kind of slow. No. When you're playing against the Ama Udoka, he's flying up and down the court. Even with Chicago last night, they were flying up and down the court. New York is starting to fly up and down the court. Played an excellent game yesterday against Phoenix, but just they came up short in the end because of the Julius Randle incident, which I'll get into a little bit later. But overall, hey, we're 4-0. I want to keep it up. Hey, and even if we are 4-0, nobody's talking about us. They'll probably just talk about James Harden, but they're not talking about the Sixers team. But we've been competitive, and we can't compete. I mean, we beat the Bucks before Harden had even started playing, and I don't think people realize that. So y'all tell me what you think. Leave your comments, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you are notified. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man, I'm going to get at you later.